welcome to the Lower East Side of Manhattan. My name's Crazy Legs Conti. I'm a competitive eater with the International Federation of Competitive Eating, so today's tour of the Lower East Side will feature some of the great food spots. But more than just a great meal, the Lower East Side sums up all that is the melting pot of New York City in terms of history, progress, arts, music, culture, and of course, food. So let's grab a bite to eat as we hit the Lower East Side. The corner of Ludlow and Houston brings us to Katz's Delicatessen, which is famous for more than just the food. Presidents have eaten here. Bill Clinton had a competitive eater-sized lunch. In the back, Donnie Brasco was filmed. In the front, Meg Ryan, of course, had her fake orgasm from When Harry Met Sally. I, of course, have orgasm just thinking about the salami, the potato pancakes, the blintzes. We better move on. I'm getting hungry. The lower tip of Manhattan, at the base of the Williamsburg Bridge, is the Lower East Side. This is the melting pot for hundreds of thousands of immigrants who came to the United States. At 97 Orchard Street is the Lower East Side Tenement Museum, which accounts for the 10,000 people that lived here from 20 different countries over 72 years. It's definitely worth checking out. The Lower East Side's architecture is constantly evolving, from historical tenement buildings to brand new construction of condos and apartments. Welcome to the Bowery. In the 50s and 60s, this whole row was filled with flop houses for the so-called Bowery bums, my kind of people. In fact, the Beats were located here when Jack Kerouac used to eat across the street at Fred Bunce's. He used to get cow brains for 15 cents. Fred Bunce's, of course, is now a Whole Foods, so I don't think the king of the Beats would be eating there today. We're at 222 Bowery, which is where William Burroughs used to live in an apartment known as the Bunker because it had no windows. Did a lot of his New York writing here. People like Mick Jagger and Andy Warhol used to stop by for some of Burroughs' wisdom, maybe some of his drugs. Country, bluegrass, blues, and other music for uplifting gourmandizers. CBGB's, one of the most famous musical venues in all of New York City. In the 70s was the birthplace of the Ramones, Blondie, Television, the Talking Heads, and of course, punk rock. You can catch a pretty good show there now. A history of food can be found on the Lower East Side. We're at Kosar's Bialys. Bialy is like a bagel without the hole, and throughout history, Kosar's has the best. Now that I've had my breakfast, it's time for dessert. From Bialys to donuts. We're at the donut plant on Grand Street, my favorite stop on the Lower East Side. They've got the best and most distinctive donuts in the world. I think I'll have a pistachio, a marzipan, and a couple of the cake donuts, please. You gotta get here early because the donuts sell out every day. 4 generations old Essex Pickles is now Gus's Pickles, which is the best pickle spot in the history of the world. This is where Crossing Delancey was filmed with Peter Riegert, and personally, this is where I eat my pickles. Thank you so much. Now that's a good pickle. For me, no building sums up the history of the Lower East Side more than this one right here. For 50 years, this theater was dark. It was formerly a vaudevillian theater. Now it's the Sunshine Movie Theater, showing distinctive art house films. I think it's a good time to catch a movie, so I'm going to say goodbye. My name's Crazy Legs Conti. Thanks for joining me on this tour of the Lower East Side. Eat all you can.